Hey guys, Ollie here. So if you watched my house tour a few weeks back, you would have seen me mention this, the Tado thermostat. I showed it briefly in my house tour video, telling you what it's all about, how it controls the temperature of my house, how it's a smart thermostat and what it does. But I wanted to give a proper review of it after using it for a few months and tell you what it's all about. Okay, so I think a good place to start is the packaging. Tado has done an amazing job with the packaging. It looks very sort of Apple-like packaging. It's really good looking. For most people, when they start off with Tado, this is all they're going to need. So in this box, you get the thermostat and you get the internet bridge. The internet bridge connects to your router and it communicates with the thermostat. And obviously the thermostat just replaces your thermostat that you've got right now. So if you have a sort of awkwardly placed thermostat in your house, like I did, you can also get the extension kit. So the extension kit connects to your boiler and it communicates with this, the thermostat. So of course this can get quite confusing, you know, if you don't really know how it all works or if you haven't used it before. So I'll try and make it as easy as possible. So first I have the thermostat. The thermostat connects to the extension kit. The extension kit is connected to my boiler. And then the extension kit communicates with the internet bridge, which is connected to my router. So I can control my wireless thermostat with my phone or from anywhere else I am in the world. You know, it's always connected to the internet. That's what makes it a smart thermostat. That's the simplest way to put it. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, for most people, all you're gonna need is this. You know, if you don't mind having a thermostat where it is right now, that's fine. You can just go with this. You won't need the extension kit. But you know, if your thermostat is placed in a very awkward location, it might be worth getting the extension kit so you could put the thermostat wherever you want to put it. As well as that, I've got two of these. So these are smart radiator thermostats. So these go on the end of your radiator, so you can control the temperature of a room, of a specific room if you like, or you can put them into zones, so you can have a specific zone of the house, you know, a certain temperature. So, you know, if you have a room which has like two radiators, you don't want to be controlling them individually. You want to be controlling both of them, which you can do. Yeah, these are pretty awesome. Obviously, that you can control them with your phone. You can control the temperature, and it's got a nice LED screen so you can see what's going on. Okay, so now I'll show you my internet bridge, which I mentioned earlier. Excuse the mess, I just haven't had a chance to tidy it all up. So as you can see, the internet bridge is connected here to the router, so it needs its own power supply. It's connected via Ethernet into the back of the router, and this is the way it will communicate with my phone from wherever I am. I could be around the world, I could be just up in my bedroom, you know, I can control the temperature of the house because of this. And then this connects to the extension kit in my kitchen, which I'll show you now. Okay, so here's my boiler, here's the extension kit. So as you can see, I've kind of taken it all apart because I had to take the old one off to put that on. I did do the installation myself, but I'll be honest, it wasn't easy. I mean, it's not the easiest thing. If you're not very confident with sort of electricals or anything like that, I would probably recommend hiring someone to do it. I had a few issues, even though I'm pretty technical myself. I did still have a few issues, but I got it working in the end. You can see though, it's not exactly straight and it's not sitting flush against the wall. It kind of moves around a little bit. But it's fine. I mean, it works. You can see it working with the pulsing LED. So yeah, that then communicates with the thermostat, which I'll show you now. And then the final part of the system is the smart thermostat itself. With this thing, you know, you can control the temperature, you can control the hot water, you can adjust the temperature, you can do all sorts with it. You know, it shows you a brief overview of the temperature of the house, the humidity, just all sorts of very useful information basically. You can stick this up on a wall if you like to, or you can just have it freestanding. So I am going to be sticking it up on the wall at some point. I've just been painting the house, so I haven't got around to doing it yet. The other thing about this part of the system is that if your internet connection goes down, which is obviously always a worry when it comes to smart systems, is that you can still control your hot water and your heating through this. So if you lose all internet, as long as your router is still working and your internet bridge is still working, you can still control your hot water and your heating with this. Now, of course, one of the main draws when it comes to anything that's smart enabled is that you can control it with your phone. So I've got the Tado app here installed and it's all connected up to my system. And you get shown some useful information straight away. So it shows the outside temperature there at the top. It shows the temperature currently in the house. The temperature in the house is measured with this thing, with the actual thermostat. It's got a humidity sensor and it's got a temperature sensor. You can see the current humidity there. It says 46%, and then obviously you can see that the heating is off. Now, another useful feature of Tado is that when your phone is connected to the system, it has a geofence around your house. So when you leave your home, you can have it so that the heating or the hot water turns off automatically, or it just goes down to whatever temperature you set it to. And then when you come back, the heating can come back on, or the hot water can come back on. You can also set it so that the house is at a certain temperature whilst you're on your way back. So I'm not sure exactly how that works. I'm not sure how close you need to be until the system is activated, but I know it worked very well. It's never failed me. So whenever I've come home, when it's a bit cold outside, it will automatically put the heating on. So yeah, like you can obviously you can have manual control over everything. So even if you have a automatic system in place, you can still manually control everything. So here you can see I've got the heating. And then when you swipe over, you get the hot water. So right now the hot water is off. And you can turn it on manually if you need to turn it on, and it will be, well, you can see at the bottom there, until ended by user. You can also change the automation. So right now, as you can see, when I'm at home, I have it off at certain times. I have it on for a few hours in the morning. I have it off for the rest of the day, and then I have it on again at night just before I go to sleep, because sometimes obviously I like to have hot water before I go to sleep so I can have a shower. So you can also set the days. So if you're only at home for a specific amount of days, you can do that, and you can add more time blocks. So there's a lot of customization involved. When you're away from home, you can have it all off, so active when nobody is home. So yeah, there's a lot of customization options. There's a lot you can do with the app. You can also obviously connect to other people. So as you can see, I've got my girlfriend connected up right now. So when my girlfriend comes home, or when I'm at home, it will basically keep track of everyone. You can have lots of people set up with this system. It doesn't just have to be one or two people. It can be like a whole family. So if the whole family is hooked up to the system, when one person comes home, the hot water and the heating can come on. Simple as that. There's a lot of different functionalities, different options and stuff that you can go through. There's just a ton of customization, to be honest. There's so much that you can do with this thing. You can also see your usage. So when you're swiping along like that, you can see what the humidity was, what the temperature was in the house. As you can see, recently the temperature has shot up. It's quite hot in here in England right now. So, and you can see the time, and also you can change the day as well. So I can see Saturday, I can see when the hot water was on, when the heating was on, all sorts of information. As you can see at the bottom, you can see when no one was at home and how it was green, because obviously when no one's at home, everything is off. So I'm saving on heating and hot water. You can also show all the information. So you can see when the hot water was put on, when it was off. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into this app. There's lots of information, and it's incredibly useful. I haven't really found any other system that's as customizable as this and as automated. I've had it running for 2 or 3 months now, and I've not had any issues really. It's been an amazing system. So now that I've shown you the main parts of Tado, thermostat, the extension kit and the internet bridge, I also wanted to show you some add-ons that Tado offers. I've only got one add-on. I know they offer a few more other add-ons. If you have air conditioning in your house, you can get some air conditioning add-ons. But this one I have in front of me is the radiator thermostat. So the radiator thermostats are incredibly easy to install. You don't need anyone to install it for you. You can just look at the guide. Don't worry, water won't leak out or anything. That was my main concern as well when I was messing around with it. But yeah, water won't leak out or anything. It just goes over the old one that you had. So you take off your old one and then you put this one on. The top of this thing actually is a ring. Once you've got it all hooked up to your system, you can control the temperature of your radiator. So it's incredibly well designed. It feels so nice and expensive. It's not a cheap made product at all. And with this thing, you can control the temperature of a specific radiator in your house. So like me, I've actually got one set up in my office, and I've got one set up in the bedroom upstairs. So I've only got one radiator in my office, so this is perfect. I don't need another one. But if you have 2 radiators in one room, you can set them up as a zone. So if you want to control them both together at the same time, you can do that. But if you want to control them individually, you can also do that too. If you want the rest of the house to be warm, but you want a specific room to be cold, like the bedroom, you can set it up so that the radiator does that. You don't have to go over and manually adjust it. Obviously, it's a pretty luxurious product, luxurious item when you put it like that. So yeah, this is incredibly useful. I mean, it's not something you need for the system, but it's just a nice little add-on and a nice little luxury. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video on the Tado Smart Thermostat. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to answer any. Obviously with a system like this, I'm sure some people have questions. I'll be doing more smart home tech sort of videos, so be sure to subscribe.